Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. Jumbo. Ashe. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light. I am Napashada. Please come in. I don't think I said shalom. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light. Please come in. Come in. I have some things to talk about today. I have some things to talk about. I hope you're having a good day. It's the afternoon, I think, almost on the East Coast, but it's not quite afternoon everywhere else in the United States. So, good morning and soon to be afternoon. I would love to speak to my audience, my people, the darkest minds of the light. I'm going to be on the road doing this. Hopefully, I can be heard fine. Can everyone hear me? Everybody can hear me, right? Let me roll up my windows. Can you hear me now? Am I coming in clear? That's a line from the original Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. Am I coming in clear? I said, am I coming in clear? Remember the little boy shrunk himself down? He thought he wanted to be on TV. So he, instead of like actually broadcasting him, Willy Wonka shrunk him down to be on TV. He's like, am I coming in clear? I said, am I coming in clear? Anyway, peace to everybody. Peace to Hootie. Peace, no saint. I was thinking about you yesterday with that Yara debate. If everybody saw it, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Yeah, we're gonna get into some stuff. Oh, it's always, that Patti LaBelle song, On My Own. On my own. Why did it end this way? This wasn't how it was supposed to be. Anyway, I'm on my own a lot. But I'm good. I'm good at it. So I think I'm doing a good job. And what I mean by that is, it's like, okay, there was a debate yesterday in the HOK, toughest environment, right? So excellent debate. Shout out to the debaters. Yara, of course, he's one of the premier formidable debaters, in my opinion, and in many other people's opinion. Whether you like his information or not, Yara is a very strong debater, one of the strongest in the debate forum, in the community. Like I said, whether you agree with his information or not, he stands his ground. He's very confident. He's very informed. His information is, I'd say, most of the time, if not always, his information is solid for the most part, right? So he's a great debater. Peace, Genesis. I see you. So I'm getting to a point here, y'all. Just sit back or whatever you're doing, just roll with me. So I appreciate everybody being here. So Yara debates this newcomer, a brother, a guy named Ryan. He's pretty good. I like him. He's a Christian apologist. He does apologetics. He was debating Yara about, can you prove if you're a Hebrew Israelite, right? We're not unfamiliar with that. So they did a great job. I thought they both did great. Sonetter opens up the panel. And it's not just about what happened last night. I'm going to cover the entire situation because I got it under control, I think. I mean, I've been trying some new things, but I'm just going to like bounce it off of my darkest minds. So I'm going to bounce it off of all of you and see what you think, get some feedback. So I'm not looking in the chat so much right now, but I will be looking in a minute. So I digress. Let me get back to the story. So they do a great debate. You know how it goes. Now it's time for questions and answers. People come in. They come in and they do their thing. Everybody knows. Nobody's coming in playing footsies. Nobody's coming in doing ring around the rosies, holding hands. It's not a kumbaya. A lot of people come in, as they often do in the toughest environment, and they ask tough questions. Some people come in and they're just blatantly like banging rude and, to whatever either guest. And of course, the chat, you know how it can get over there. The chat can be really, really raw, which, okay, fine. You like it. I love it. So whenever that happens, it's just clockwork. As usual, everybody does their thing. Sonnetter laughs a little bit when people come in and maybe are harsh on the guest, and he lets them go do their thing back and forth, put pressure on the guest. That happens all the time. All the time. All the time. So I am not a crybaby. I am not, I'm not a victim. But I know gaslighting. I'm an expert at detecting gaslighting. So I come in and I ask Ryan, okay, so what about Isaiah 1:3? Africans of the slave trade, they don't know who they are out of all the people. I don't get belligerent. I don't call him out of his name. I don't say, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just super, super, for me and everybody else, I'm bland. I'm not up there singing a song like Snow White, like la, 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 la. I'm like in my debate mode talk. I'm not yelling. I'm not doing anything besides this tone, actually. I'm like, so how is this? So, but no, where is this? That's how I'm talking. So, okay. I say after he doesn't, he goes a little bit, and then Sonnetter says, okay, moving on to the next. I said, all right, thank you for answering my question. Exchange is done. Stay with me, y'all, okay? So then at the end on his closeout, and this isn't a slight on Ryan, because since that happened, he spoke to me in-depthly. He apologized profusely. I said, we're cool. I got to find out a little bit more about him. This was and he's a great guy, but when this is the situation, when people, especially men, yes, I'm saying it, women do it too, but it's a different dynamic. When people, especially men, are pressured with the information in that environment, they feel it's a personal attack. I'm going to say it again. Yes, when men in the debate toughest environment, when a woman puts them on the ropes or challenges them to where they can't find an answer, they typically see it as, oh, she's getting at me personally. I had a man call me a fire-breathing dragon. I didn't even know him, which these are things people say, oh, she's so sensitive. I'm not sensitive because, see, this is the thing. If I did that, of course, everybody knows Sonnetter would bark his, if I called people out of their names for no reason, just because I can't get at their information, which I never have that situation though. I never put myself in a situation where I can't challenge and get somebody out of their information. But if I did that, I would be lambasted, humiliated, told that I'm so disrespectful. Don't disrespect the guest. That's my issue. Okay? That's my issue. Don't tell me I'm not mulatto. Peace, Pan Mulatto. Mulattoism. Peace to you. I'm not a mulatto, though. And you know that, but you're funny as hell. Peace to everybody. Okay, so if I do that, it'll be an issue. And you know what? It should be an issue, to be honest. I shouldn't be able to get in there and call people names. I shouldn't be able to be slick. When I was growing up, it's called, when the parents would say, "Oh, you're being slick." Now it's called throwing shade. I shouldn't be able to say disrespectful things and try to veil them as like, "Oh, I didn't mean anything by it." What am I talking about? So at the end, Ryan says, "Oh, thank you for letting me on, Sonetter. I'd like to have some more of these dialogues with more people." And I knew you would bring in, quote, "I knew you would bring in your pit bull, Napa." First off, he saw me just like everybody else hit that panel while Sonetter was already up there with him. Number one. Number two, for him to say your pit bull, it's bad enough that he called me a pit bull because the gaslight was so outstanding last night. Everybody's like, he's just giving you a compliment. That's an entire gaslight. I've been around a long time. A long time. Being referred to as a pit bull is not a compliment. Why am I getting this? Peace, Benita. Peace, my love. Khwaja Rakib El Shamsi Ata Arif said something. I can't see it though. I can't see it. Let's see what you said. Why do you do this? F's getaway. All right. Well, no. I just want to tell you what happened, everybody. This isn't a drag session, or nobody's gonna do any. This is about me. This is about me and the audience. Okay. So after he said you brought your pit bull in, I know I sat there for a minute. I processed it. I didn't jump in. And I thought about it. I was like, okay, let me assess the situation. Number one, calling me a pit bull because I asked him a question about Isaiah 1:3 is not acceptable. Number one. Number two, he even confirmed saying no because you were aggressive. That is something, and you know what I'm talking about. He's not prejudiced, but that is definitely white. Like, that's coming from a white space. Like, oh, aggressive black woman. Which I talked with him. He's good now, but aggressive where? Because I asked you a question about the Bible and you couldn't answer it, so now I'm aggressive. He was actually being passive aggressive by turning me as the aggressive pit bull because he couldn't answer a tough question. This isn't a slide on him. I'm not attacking him. I'm assessing what happened. So I was processing all of that because I know he was perturbed about me asking him a question that he couldn't answer. And he even admitted that after we had our talk later on, which were good. But he was like, I knew you'd bring your pit bull Napa on. No, sir. No. Objection, Your Honor. But I sat there and I was like, okay. Even for him, and to give him the best advice, I don't think it's wise as any man, but a white man coming into this space saying to a black woman, you're a pit bull. I don't care what Eve and Sexy Red and Little Kim do. Ebony Knowledge, I love you. She was in the chat talking about Eve. Eve calls herself, I don't care if Eve calls herself a pit bull, my love. I don't. And one thing I'm not is a pit bull, and no woman in the world with an ounce of dignity wants to be referred to as a pit bull, especially not a Black woman. No woman. And he said, it's because you came in so aggressively. I didn't come in aggressively. I had this tone right here. It is an environment of debating. I came in to challenge you with a scripture. It's literally an environment called the toughest. And I challenged you. I didn't come in and say, hey, what's up, white boy? Look, this is what we're going to do. Turn to Isaiah 1:3 right now. What? You going too slow. Let me get it for you. See, that's why you don't know nothing about this Bible. That would be pit bullish and aggressive. That would fit the Black woman is aggressive stereotype. I didn't do that. And I'm an intellectual person. You're not going to call me a pit bull. But I didn't even come back real quickly. And of course, Sonnetter took it off because he knows I'm sorry. I love you, Sonnetter. You know I'm right. Because I told Sonnetter I want people to go look at that. And I'm going to address it. Of course, he said he cut it off the end. He might not have, so you can go watch it. So then at the end of it, after he said that, I waited a minute. They start talking about basketball. And then as a woman, I got this from my mom. I was sitting there thinking, I came back and I said, excuse me, I just want to say something. And I said, quote, I asked Ryan this. I said, do you feel comfortable as a white man calling a Black woman a pit bull? That was the question. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. What's going on? Let me read this. Like that is definitely different. Thank you, Mr. Wednesday. Yeah. I don't know what's going on in the chat though. Blah, 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 read, blah, blah, blah. So I can't see, for some reason, this is annoying. I can't see all the chat over some stuff I'm on my phone. So yeah, and I was like, look, everybody makes mistakes. He was disrespectful. He didn't think it through. Maybe he was nervous. Of course, he reacted to not being able to answer my question like any man, white or Black. They get frustrated and then they take it personally, and then they want to personally attack me. That is a regular thing that happens on that channel. Regular. And all the time I'm defending myself as a woman. That's why I said on my own, I'm the one that has to speak up instead of Sonnetter speaking up. He never does. In fact, he encourages the disrespect and he promotes the lie. This is the gaslight that I cause problems, and the gaslight that it's just me, I'm sensitive. No, because Sonnetter will jump through a ring of fire, 3 rings of fire, if he thinks anyone's disrespecting anyone. If it's from Shaka to Jabari to any, I'm trying to think of names, any guest, male or female, he will jump through rings of fire to protect them. If you say even the slightest thing, like, oh, well, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on now. Don't disrespect the guest. I am the only one who is left out. And I don't need, guess what? Newsflash, I don't need his protection because he doesn't give it. I'm not begging anybody to protect me. I can protect myself. This is what's going on with the Black woman on a macrocosm. The microcosm in the HOK is what's going on with Black women generally in society. Because Black men don't efficiently and sufficiently and efficiently consistently protect Black women, they are often left to stand on their own and then protect themselves, and then they are seen as the problem, the problem, the aggressive. I'm not aggressive. I'm protecting myself because you don't. Because let me give you the scenario. When he said you brought your pit bull in, Saul Netter could have smoothed. He's a smooth guy. He could have smoothed it and said, "Hey, no, Ryan, the pa's not my pit bull. I didn't bring her in. She's not my pit bull. She's just a champ. That's all." And then it would have been over. Look how smooth that was. I wouldn't have had to say anything. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is the problem here too. Because I'm constantly disrespected and yelled at and put in the back chat and told to shut up and get the hell off my shit in public, other people think, because they're like, some of them are not as, they're a little immature. I'm talking men mostly, because women who do it, it's different because they're women. But when men come in, like what Ryan did, unfortunately, they feel so comfortable and free and so loose in the tongue, as my mom and father used to say when I was younger. Your mouth is loose. They felt so loose in the tongue to say things like that to me, like, "Oh, you're fire-breathing dragon, you're pit bull." See, they mistake him the way he treats me. They think it's everyone can treat me like that. And consistently, he reinforces it by yelling at him. All I said to the guy was, "Do you feel comfortable as a white man calling a black woman pit bull?" Saw Netter went ballistic. No, Nepal. And that's another thing. Talk about I ruined the show. It's just a question. Why are you saying, "No, Nepal, come on, stop it"? Like, why are you doing all that on 1,000? Like, just chill. All you have to do is sit there and see what he would answer. And then if he answers, "Oh, yeah, actually said, oh, I'm sorry, but what I meant was you came in." This is what Ryan said. "You came in aggressively." No, I didn't. I came in and asked you about Isaiah 1 and 3 in a debate forum in a place called The Toughest Environment, and I wasn't screaming. I asked you just in the same tone. But you call me a pit bull and aggressive because you took it personally that you couldn't answer the question, Ryan. And that's okay. We talked about it. I hate to recap it with him. He's probably like, "I thought we squashed it." We did squash it, but I need to address it with the audience because I was being gaslighted, or if you say gaslit, a lot of people in the chat were like, "That was a compliment. That was a compliment." Since nobody wants to believe human beings this day, go Google, put in for AI, "Is it a compliment for a man to tell a woman that she's being a pit bull?" Go ahead, put that in, see what the search brings up. You will see that the almighty AI will tell you, no, it's an insult. Typically, when someone's calling you a pit bull, they're saying that you are aggressive, fierce, a dangerous person. Not fierce like sachet, but like you are super impending, like impending, how do you say, violently coming at someone, you know? So, no. Yeah, I get it. Pit bulls are tough. I get it. Pit bulls are loyal. There's so many other things to say to a woman that you don't know, that you've never spoken to before in your life, that she didn't do anything to personally attack you. There's so many other things to say. But you decided to say, "I'm a pit bull." And so, let's read this. Let's see what else happened here. So, yeah, let me just read the chat. "So you didn't do that? What are you talking about? You know how they be on the corner saying, 'Read, right, why ain't any of the men pit bulls?'" Oh, I see. I'm behind. "I'm on your team. I was, that's why you blocked me." Who blocked you? "Before, no good man talked to his queen like that." No, Saw Netter didn't. Well, you know what? Let me just talk to you in front of those. Yeah, you're right. But I'm not focusing on him because he'll say that I'm doing a stream on him. So I appreciate your input. I'm definitely not going to say it's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. You'll be all right. Like, what is that? I never liked that comment. This is about Eve, you know, the rapper. "I never liked that comment, pit bull in a skirt." What man wants to a ferocious woman that's in a, yeah. Let me see what Tootie said. I feel like he subconsciously called you bitch, and that's some BS. Thank you. Like, everybody knows it was passive aggressive on his part, but the gaslight was, oh, no, I'm just saying you're tough. You know what? Rejected. Objection, Your Honor. You weren't just saying I'm tough. You referred to me as a dog. And you didn't just refer to me as a dog, you referred to me as his dog. I know I'm so sharp, like a scalpel sharp over here. We're surgically sharp over here. Like, don't call me a pit bull because you couldn't answer a good answer to Isaiah 1 and 3 when I compared it to the slaves, the progeny of the slave trade. Like, that's what you think you can come back. You're the one who's aggressive. But what's worse than open aggression, y'all? Let me see if my family knows. I know you do. What's worse than open aggression? Passive aggression. Ew, don't you hate it? God, I hate passive. You know why? There's so much cowardice in passive aggressiveness. You're on another level as a coward. I'm not saying calling Ryan a coward because Ryan explained that was a coward move, but Ryan apologized. He's a good guy, yada, yada, yada. No problem. No, it's over, squash. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but him calling me, telling Sonetter, you brought your pit bull in for no reason to say that was so off base. And what was disconcerting and disheartening is that I wasn't shocked. Sonetter didn't say anything about it. He didn't even address it. Like, you really want this white boy on your channel that bad that he can come in and say, Napa, can you put your head down here for a minute? Hold on, I want to sit on your face. Like, that's how I felt. Like, is it that important that you don't want him to run? That he can come in here and call me a dog, a pit bull, just because I asked him about Isaiah 1:3? Like, is this what we're doing? Because I disobey. And she doesn't really say I disobey. She says, I deserve better. Both of those are for me. I don't need to sit here. I respect people. Okay? This is a debate forum. And then to be gaslighted and then told he wasn't disrespecting you, not by just the strangers in the audience, by Sonetter, like after the show, during the show. Don't tell me that a man calling me a dog, your pit bull, is a compliment. I was not raised like that. He could have called me let me use, yes, I'm going to use my sisters. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Thank you, everybody. Infinite said, stop disrespecting Saw. We love Saw. I really need to see. This is more gaslighting. Thank you, Infinite. I hope you have a great day. I love you for this. Where am I disrespecting anybody right now? I don't want to echo chamber. I really promise you. I'm not bringing my personal life to the internet. I'm not disrespecting. I'm talking about something that consistently happens to me on the platform. It's not a secret that he called me a pit bull last night, baby. Boo-boo. I don't know who you are, male or female, Infinite. It's not a secret, my friend, okay? And it's not a secret that I got yelled at and told, you're going to mess the show up. See, that's another thing that we have a lot of men running around gaslighting, saying, she always messes the show up. If messing the show up means not letting someone cop a squat on my dome, then I guess I'm messing the show up. What you're not going to do is disrespect me. I came too far. My parents, my mom, my nieces listen to the show. My family listen to the show sometimes. I'm not going to sit there and let somebody call me a pit bull. Actually, I shouldn't have had to speak at all. But I see what time it is. I have moderators who defend me. They are harsh and severe and radical. You can't say one little bad thing about me without them I had to say, okay, to my moderators, okay, don't go that far. Just, maybe let me time them out or let me just work on it or delete the comment. They're ready to block people for saying things that are not even like things like, wow, you look sexy. And I'm okay with that when they feel that way because they know me. I don't need anybody going under my clothes on my comment board. I don't need anybody disrespecting me, talking about, oh, you're a problem. Oh, nobody likes you. Well, if nobody likes me, then there sure are a lot of nobodies out there. You know what I'm saying? That's gaslighting. That's typical bully behavior when people tell you nobody likes you. That's a narcissistic tactic. Nobody likes you. Everybody said, well, when you're speaking to me and you bring out nobody or everybody in your shit, I know that you're a narcissistic enemy. If someone's holding a conversation with me and they say, that's why everybody, and then they say something negative about me, or they say, that's why nobody, and they say something negative about me. And I want you to remember this, everybody. Just chalk that up as, oh, this person is a hater. This person is my enemy, and this person is a gaslighting narcissist because it's impossible. There are almost 9, what is it? We're at 8 billion. Let me do 8. There's 8 billion people in this world. And I'm going to say that about, let me get it, 80% of them have access to the internet. 80% of the 8 billion people in the world have access to the internet. If 80% of the people in the world have access to the internet, and I'm on the internet, 80% of 8 billion, and you trying to tell me nobody likes me, you're a liar. You're a liar. That's a lie. You get what I'm saying? So nobody's getting disrespected in here. Yeah, thank you. Let me get back to the people who aren't on a mission to try to twist and turn the narrative to here she is again. She out here disrespecting her king. She up here disrespecting her king. No. I'm talking about yesterday after the debate when everybody went up to ask questions. I asked a question about Isaiah 1 verse 3. Isaiah 1 verse 3. And then I compared it to slaves, the descendants of the slaves, a progeny of the slave trade. I did not talk about anybody's race. I didn't go against anybody's personal image. I just asked the question. He couldn't answer it. He was doing a lot of back tucks. He did the splits. He did the donkey buck. He did the pop lock. He did the wave. He did all kinds of dance, shuckle bucking, but he couldn't answer the question, and it was fine. And I said, thank you for the moment to ask the question. And we moved forward. And at the end, he said, I knew you'd bring up your pit bull, Napa. No, baby, that don't match up to my energy. See, and when Sonetter turned up and started screaming and acting like, we're not doing this, Nepal. See, that's what makes it a scene. All he had to do was like be smooth and laugh it off. But it's me. I don't care. I don't ever, if Sonetter doesn't want me to come up there and ask questions, baby, my life is going to be the same, probably better. Because I won't have to, once again, out of 900 times that it's happened to me, for the 901st time, get once again humiliated and then gaslit that it's my fault. Where are we doing? You'll never break me. I don't care if the entire sword fighting team lines up and they do a whole lock arms and do Red Rover and do their sword fighting flop dance together with Sonetter talking about she's ruining your show. I will never break. You will never convince me that I am destroying anything. I'm just like everybody else. And I'm a lot nicer. I've seen women who run other platforms, and y'all know the platform. It's a popular channel. They're a popular group, and they have a woman who is the moderator, and she leads the panels. She eviscerates men when they get up there. She tells them, be quiet. You know, you need to shut your mouth. She kicks them off the panel when they get out of line. Am I saying, oh, she's this and that? No, I'm not. You know why I'm not saying that? Because I don't have to say it. Why should I say that about a woman? Men do it all the time. But on that channel, she gets supported. The males on her channel don't make her as if she's the problem. They don't say, oh, you know what? You scaring the brothers and the people away. They don't gaslight her. And they move forward, and it goes like a smooth running, well-oiled machine, because people don't see any chinks in the armor. But when I'm on the HOK, I'm supposed to be the champion and the wife, and the queen of it. Every time I get disrespected, I'm supposed to just sit there and does anybody need another cup of tea? Oh, this isn't remember that show? What was it with Archie Bunker, All in the Family? I'm not what's her name? Edith? I'm not Edith. Oh, Archie. Oh, of course. Calling me meathead and knucklehead and bird brain. You got me messed up. This is not All in the Family, boo-boo. This is more like the Jefferson speed. Okay? Thank you. Let me see this. Thank you, Tahuti. You guys have a good day. Yes, we will. We will. You're doing it. Oh, God. Infinite, go do something else. Go. Don't you have like some files to go through, something to organize today? Please stop. Go do something else. Okay, please. I'm trying to be nice. Okay, good. I love you. Stop. Thank you. I love you, Infinite. Just please don't come in here with that, because this isn't that right now. What's going on, my friend, is that I'm talking. Okay, let me think how I could say this. I'm a trailblazer. You know what a trailblazer is, right, my friends? A trailblazer often has to do a lot of hard work to make that road smooth for the ones who follow. Okay? And a lot of times a trailblazer can get hurt trying to smooth that road out. Gets very tiresome. Okay? You lose a lot of good years smoothing the road out for those who are going to follow behind me. I'm talking about for women. I'm a trailblazer. Nobody has to point this out. I'll point it out myself. For the sisters who follow me, whether they like me or not, were there women before me who started digging the road out? Yes, there were. There were, and I'm going to shout them out. You know, Dr. Ma'at, Jaja Ali, Shahrazad Ali, they all were in, the list goes on and on, but these are the ones that come to mind in the toughest environment, right? But for me, those sisters said, I ain't taking this shit. I'm out of here. I refuse. Somebody else needs to. I'm not going to do this. I have other things to do. And I kissed them to the sky. I'm not mad. I get it. But me, I stayed here. I'm here still. I've been here 5 years, smoothing that road out. Still smooth. I got y'all. Don't worry. Yeah, you guys go on. You don't want to get disrespected. I hear it. You don't want to be gaslit. You don't want to be called the problem. You ladies go on. Be great. I got this. I'm going to smooth this road out for the sisters who are coming behind me. You guys did a great job opening up the road. I'm going to finish doing the construction. Thank you. Now, the ones who come after me or alongside, if you want to say, but it really is after, because I've been getting my ass dragged in this environment. First, I was a pushover when I first got here. Oh, she lets this happen to her. Then when I start standing up for myself, oh, she's always speaking up and always going against. So you can't win as anybody, but especially as a woman. So I'm just here doing my thing, loving everybody. People can hate me or love me, but I'm going to be here, right? The sisters who come after me, the ones I could just think of, like, Let me think. Sisters who come in and they start doing their debates, right? I don't have to call their names. They know. They come in and they see. But guess what? I tenderized, if I could say that, and how do you say, prepared the environment for when they do come in. People will remember this, what I'm saying here. They'll say, yeah, why should a sister have to be called a pit bull? Or why do we have to call her sensitive because she doesn't want a man to talk under her clothes? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because that happened to Sister Napa. And she may be Sister Napa is irritating, but she did have a point. And now this sister's so great. See, they always do that. This sister's sweet, though. So, yeah, definitely we don't want that to happen to her. So if I have to be the person who comes in, and if I have to be Tiamat, and you have to make the world out of me, get it? And you have to use me, and I'm the sacrifice, I will do it. Because I'm not going to let people gaslight me. I don't care who it is, and tell me that I'm wrong because I don't want to be personally attacked just because my information is stronger than the other person's. No, you don't get to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so it before sorry thinking you did. Oh yes, honey. Rakib, I didn't block you. No. Don't be hurt. I didn't block you. I don't know what you said, but I didn't block you. So yeah, it's all fine. So let's see. Um that's about it. Wait. Oh God, Immortal Dragon said, I miss what happened, but in defense of my age, men about the dogs or whatever, I'll go back and watch. But guys talk like that. Don't make me bring the dogs out or this is my top dog. Yeah, that's different. And you're right. Immortal, he's fine. I already talked to him. Ryan, he explained that he thought I was aggressive and that he was not trying to be. He thought it was him just giving somehow. I don't believe that he thought it was a compliment, but he said because the way you came out aggressive and okay, Infinite, you'll be okay. I'm not crashing out. Y'all are so funny. I love sometimes I really love social media because like, how do I say it? The way we start like crashing out, this is not crashing out. Crashing out is when I'm like going off the rails, saying things that I should not be saying, making it like just so crazy. So I get what you're saying though. I'm not crashing out. Let's see. They on some twist and shout like BB King. BB King isn't twist and shout. Twist and shout was Chubby Checker. But thank you. You'll be all right. That's where the Bible gets us, sis. White dude and your Bible and you are Bible people. Well, I don't think so. It's not that he's white. I have a lot in common with him as a person. It's that he being white, hear me out. It's not that he is white. It's that as a white person, I'll say that again. Because he is a white person, it's more sensitive for him to say I'm a dog or a pit bull. It's more sensitive for him to call me aggressive. You get what I'm saying? Black men say it and it's offensive as well, but they are black men. Even in their scathing critique of black women, they're still black men. We have to have boundaries. Like me, I can't come in. I wouldn't come in. Even white or black environment, but especially if it was an all white environment that's pro-white, I wouldn't come in and be like, you know what? Here you go with your bland mayonnaise rhetoric. You know, that's offensive. And then I can't go, no, I just said mayonnaise. I wasn't talking about you. It didn't have anything to do with you being white. That's not true. Maybe I didn't personally think it was, but that's because I'm not checking my subconscious mind. But subconsciously, I do think subconsciously, he was seeing me as an aggressive dog. He even kept using the word aggressive. Does this make him a racist? Does this make him a bad guy? No, he seems like a very decent person. He does. I talked to him. He seems like a great guy, but his schemas and his basically schemas that have been formed by social media and by society about Black women, they unfortunately manifested when he was put on the ropes about that scripture. And that's unfortunate, but I bet you it'll never happen again, and he's going to be a better person for it. So yeah, we got to be careful. Let me see. That's the gutter. Let's see here. We love you, sis. I love you too. Facts. Shuffle some papers. Yeah, you know what? I know, right? Thank you. You'll be all right. And guess what? Hello, Queen of Pot in the room. Peace, Avenger, avenge the ancestors. I'm trying to get to the end of this. Let me say this to y'all. I'm working on myself too. I didn't used to be all like with Infinite, for instance. Infinite said some things that for me would trigger me in the past and be like, you know what, get out of here after you did. But then I thought I had to take a minute and say, okay, people are saying things. They're not always deep things to try to hurt you. I've been really attacked on the internet, so I'm hypersensitive. So somebody might make a comment and say, well, I see you doing this and you're disrespecting Sonetter. They might not really be even thinking. They just say it because it's just like a flash of the moment, like they misunderstand something. So I'm working on myself, because I even said to Ryan on the panel, I said, usually somebody would get cursed out by me for that. I'm proud of myself that I didn't do that. I just chilled out and I said, hold on. I have been talking. Oh my fire. Y'all, I've been talking for a while. And I was muted, of course. Nobody said you're muted. Okay. Wow, that is so annoying. Jesus. Oh, I was talking and nobody told me I was muted. I was talking for a long time. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, I was saying a lot. Well, I just wanted to say I'm a woman debater just like everybody else. I'm not sensitive. You don't have to kiss my butt. All you have to do is just don't get personal. Don't get personal. Don't compare me to dogs and dragons. I love dogs and dragons. Don't compare me to anything. You don't even have to call me the champ. Just talk about my information. That's all I ask. That's all. It's all love. Peace, Akina. Damn, I was talking about my mods and everything. Damn. Oh well. Peace and love. I know, James. You didn't say anything. I was talking that whole time. Damn, that is annoying as hell. Okay, Rakib. Big up to True and Living Ya El Hak El. Peace to you, Rakib El Shams, Arif, Nate to God. No, yeah, you weren't blocked. Don't listen, everybody. Don't block anybody. If they're saying something out of hand, bring it to my attention. You can time them out if you think it's really bad. But I mean, if you're a mod, but just don't block anybody. One love. I'm in purgatory till the Most High comes. Oh wow. Yeah. Peace to you, Rakib. Hello, avenge the ancestors. You know what? Okay, you hear that that leaf blower? Oh gosh. All right, that's about it. Just wanted to go on that, and nobody was attacking anybody or doing anything. But I just want to ask you one more time. You got my the notifications late. Okay, James. Better late than never. Hey, oh, I cannot stand leaf blowers, Lord. Oh God, we're in the new age of technology. Nobody has come to understand that leaf blowers are ridiculous. Like you're just blowing stuff out of the way, putting it into the air. Why don't you suck it up like a vacuum? Right? Like why are you blowing leaves everywhere? They're not disappearing. You're blowing them into the road and stuff. But I hate leaf blowers. All that junk that they blow up out of the ground, especially here in Arizona, it's so dusty. We even have something called what's it called? Fever, something valley fever. It's like I think it's some type of microorganism. It might be a bacteria or a virus, or maybe it's even like a parasite that lives in the dust. So loud. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say, I'm not going to get blamed anymore for anything. If I feel like I'm being disrespected, it's because I am. But the good thing is Ryan apologized. He really apologized, and that was cool. So anyway, peace and love. Let me get out of here. Oh, damn. Oh, there's dust everywhere. God. Plus, they use gas. They use gas to fuel those machines. It's terrible. So you get the emissions and the dust in the air. Not good. Anyway. All right. Thanks for listening. Oh God. Peace and love, Sakina. I want to do a show with you tonight, if we can. All right, that's it. Have a good day, everybody. Peace to the darkest minds of the light.